Coming to you in 10.
Weeks of scouting, shooting, cutting, recording.
Coming to you in 5.
Unique, hummable, memorable.
Roll the G spot and take.
What I like. You know what I like. You're so tempting. You know what I like. You're the hottest. You know what I like. Always the freshest. You know what I like. You make me smile. So sip it to me. You know what I like. Zips, you know what I like. You know what I like.
Let's go.
The children of St. Joseph's Parish love him.
Thanks, Father.
The bishop needs him.
If it wasn't for you, St. Timothy's would have closed its doors years ago.
But a woman from his past comes back to haunt him.
Wait!
When Father Mark Cassidy enters
Oh, could you let it happen?
the Twilight Zone.
Sunday at 5:30 on Fox 28.
We are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by. We are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by.
There were times when I thought we were kidding ourselves. We'd never have a place like this. It always seemed so far away. But we did it. Amazing.
At Rainier Bank, we have the financial solutions you need, all in one place, through one person. A Rainier personal banker.
Ellen, where's this go?
I don't know. What is it?
Score extra savings at Millwood Furniture with Spokane's best Sealy Posturepedic mattress buy. You wouldn't do this to any mattress, but the Sealy Posturepedic is built better to last longer. No more backache from sleeping on a too soft mattress when you buy a Sealy from Millwood Furniture. Now on sale for $349 at Millwood Furniture for the queen-size Sealy Posturepedic set with super savings on the other sizes too. Spokane's best Sealy Posturepedic prices, easy pay credit terms, and free delivery too at Millwood Furniture in the Spokane Valley.
We are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by. We are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by. We are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by. We are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by.
I got started in gliding when we met some friends back in Aspen, Colorado. And then I looked up one day when we were in downtown Aspen, and there was this glider floating out of this canyon and coming right over the town. And it was absolutely beautiful. And I knew right then this was something I was going to have to learn to do.
The Oscar for the Best Actor, the Grammy for the Best Singer. He said, how does a dancer know when he's a success? I said, when he dances with the New York Ballet. And this next month, they are going to do a performance with the New York Ballet.
Locust, North Carolina. I grew up about 2 miles from here. It's nice. The people care. They look after one another. We quilt and raise gardens, and it's just old-timey. It's a fantastic place to live.
We've been working in real estate for 15 years, and we've had our own office for 11 years. You need to be determined that you're going to make it. And if you're like me, you need a 36-hour day and a 9-day week to get it all done.
Roof, is it tile or gravel?
Though they are individuals with separate backgrounds and differing lifestyles, Madeline, Terry, Sarah, and Robin share at least one thing in common. They are all part of a minority, which includes more than 35 million Americans with physical disabilities. At one time or another, each of us is handicapped in some way. In most cases, the handicap is only temporary. But for millions of Americans with physical impairments, the change required is permanent.
I have this special pair of legs that a prosthetician and I designed. I told him what I needed, and he put together a state-of-the-art set of legs for me. They work perfectly. They're very adjustable, and they're lightweight. Those special legs made it possible for me to fly. There's nothing else better.
Physical mobility, access to buildings, the simple act of getting from one place to another, things taken for granted by those without handicaps, have traditionally been major obstacles for those with physical impairments.
It is a hassle to get out. It really is a hassle. Sometimes I can't believe I'm doing it. You know, it's 10 times as much trouble. There's a vast difference in the words existence and living. And so many handicapped are just existing. They live from day to day. Without VR helping me with this power chair, the van, other equipment, I would do nothing.
Until very recently, little had been done to change things. As with nearly all new ideas, the most difficult obstacle to overcome was that of unyielding attitudes.
Quite often it is a stereotype. Most handicapped people are considered mentally handicapped also. We're either ignored or talked to as children, or what's even worse, talked over. You get this constantly. You go in a restaurant, and what would she like, or what does he eat, or, just like you're not there. It's really frustrating. Oh, fine, I guess. You?
Well, that's good.
The point is, most people never see anyone who's handicapped. Until you know someone personally, you do not notice these things.
Peggy has called early this morning.
Fools have ne'er less grace in a year, for wise men are grown foppish. You lie, sir.
I teach a lot of drama. And here I am teaching drama, and I don't actually perform dramatically like that in the classroom.
Sometimes I'm whipped for holding my peace. I'd rather be any kind
I
of
sort of put myself to the test and went down there and read for a part. But there aren't many roles I can play. There aren't many roles written for amputees. He ended up casting me in the role of the fool.
Here comes one of the pairings.
It was real fun doing that role, especially walking around on that leg, being a stand-up person.
You were too much late in the frown. Why? For taking...
But what was really fun was conceiving how I would play the role of the fool because of his handicap. I just thought a lot about, how would this handicap affect what this character's real life would have been like.
Truth's the dog must to kennel. He must be whipped out when...
I think it's fun to perform. That's when teaching became really fun for me, when I realized what I liked was performing.
Okay, the savage woman is noble. Who else is noble?
I don't think of myself as handicapped, see? I mean, I do most of the stuff I want to do. Swim, play basketball. I'm a better basketball player in a wheelchair than I would be if I could stand up. I don't care what's happening outside. I enjoy driving. And I take trips, on the basketball team. Sometimes I drive to conferences. I'm just about to drive to New York and to Charleston. I have to drive an hour each way to fly. Might as well enjoy it. I like that car.
This Wheelchair America was established 9 years ago.
We are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by.
weeks of Investors Daily 65 issues for only $27. Plus, use your credit card and you'll receive a free video guide to Investors Daily in VHS or Beta, and a free copy of 18 mistakes most investors make. Written by William O'Neill to order 13 weeks of Investors Daily for just $27. Call toll-free 1-800-553-1002. That's 1-800-553-1002. Don't delay. That number, 1-800-553-1002, 1-800-553-1002. Are you a coffee lover? Have you tried switching to instant Folgers? I know you love to listen to TalkNet. Let's put the two together. Courtesy of Folgers Crystals. Each night for 10 weeks, I'm going to draw someone's name to win a TalkNet and Folgers Crystal coffee mug. And at the end of 10 weeks, one lucky winner will be drawn, and you win Mead. That's true. The folks at Folgers will fly to your hometown. We'll join you there and 3 of your friends for dinner. Now, to enter, handprint the saying Folgers Crystal Switch, along with your name and complete address. Put on a 3x5 card and mail it to Folgers Bruce Williams Sweepstakes, P.O. Box 5555, New York, New York 10185 0044. Get them in by November 28th, 1988.
We're live at Joe Albee Stadium. It's second down for the Mead Panthers, a second down and goal situation. This is Todd Pickett along with Rich Waltz, and we apologize for some of the audio problems that you're experiencing, some of the technical difficulties. We are doing our best to remedy those as rapidly as possible. This is the 51st annual Shrine Game. We are in the first quarter, a little over a minute to play now, 1 minute and 7 seconds, and Mead leads North Central by a score of 14-6, a very interesting and high-scoring first quarter, and we will try to recap it for you as we go along. But the Panthers are threatening to score again here before the end of the first quarter. This is Ayler with the football into the touchdown. Jason Ayler in the end zone, a sophomore with the rushing touchdown for the Mead Panthers, who have now taken a 20-6 lead over the North Central Indians.
Boy, Todd, this first period has been all Jason Ayler. Ayler with his second touchdown of the night. He's closing in on 100 yards already on the ground.
7 carries for 93 yards in the first quarter for Jason Ayler. North Central got a nifty run from Eric Anderson, which, if you were with us during the portion when we didn't have audio, did have picture. We did have that nice 81-yard run by Eric Anderson. But Ayler with 93 yards now. Travis Hansen on to attempt his third extra point. It is good. 1 minute and 2 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And Mead leads North Central in the Shrine Game by a score of 21-6. Back with more action after this.
NASCAR auto racing for rodeo.
Don't let Fox 28 pass you by. You're gonna love every minute. Just check us out and you'll know why. We've got the shows you want to see. The best of the 20th century. Well, yeah. Don't let Fox 28 pass you by. Don't let Fox 28 pass you by. You'll never know until you try. Open up your heart and mind, and new friends won't be hard to find. Yeah. Don't let Fox 28 pass you by.
Seems that is what is.
Back again at Albee Stadium, and we appreciate your patience in staying with us. It's Mead 21 and North Central 6 with 1 minute and 2 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Rich, very quickly, let's do a scoring recap.
All right, scoring recap. Mead got on the board first. Matt Brandley, a 3-yard run. Kick was good, 7-0. Mead on top. Eric Anderson then broke it big for North Central, an 81-yard run. They made the first kick, but a legal procedure moved it back 5 yards, Todd. The kick then failed. A 7-6 Mead lead, and it was the Jason Ayler show from there. Ayler, a 21-yard touchdown pass that was deflected from Rodney Anderson, and then a 7-yard run, 21-6. The Panthers looking very, very strong, as is the foot.
So is Travis Hansen's leg,
Hansen.
yes. 8 yards deep into the end zone. Another flag on the play. We have had several flags away from the action during this first quarter. North Central trailing Mead 21-6 as we see our officiating crew. And Rich, let's run through the officials real quick as they get set to mark off this penalty.
Dan Hughes, the referee, Scott Cordell, the umpire, Kevin Malone, the linesman, Bruce Shields, the field judge, and Bob Lee, the alternate tonight. Had some great pregame festivities going on, Todd. Had the paratroopers coming in.
Take care. Grand Rapids, hello there.
The 51st annual Shrine Game here at Albee Stadium, as you see the officials continuing to talk over the penalties with the captains. The last Mead touchdown drive that put the Panthers up 21-6. As you can see very rapidly, 4 plays, 25 yards. Ayler with the 7-yard run, his second touchdown of the night, his second rushing touchdown of the season. And Ayler with the touchdown catch, his first TD catch, and only the second TD pass of the year for quarterback Rodney Anderson.
Ayler now 7 carries, 93 yards. We got a minute and 2 seconds left in the first quarter.
And when we get a second, we'll run through both starting lineups for you for North Central and for Mead. This is quarterback Craig Haugen, senior quarterback, leading the Indians up to the line of scrimmage. North Central with perhaps its best quarter of play all season long, and the Indians continue it. This is Dan Gibson with the football out to about the 28-yard line before he's finally brought down. Free safety Shelby Lindsay among the tacklers for Mead, along with some help
But it's quite different when you travel
from Jeff Linus at the weak side linebacker position. Call it a gain of 9 on the play for Gibson, and it'll be 2nd and 1 for North Central. Indians with the ball at their own 29-yard line, trailing 21-6.
But international is a different matter.
Wishbone alignment. Left halfback McLaughlin. I'll tell you more about him in just a second, as he is brought down by Ryan Petrick, strong side linebacker for the Mead Panthers. Kevin McLaughlin with a knee injury missed the first 3 games of the year. Rich gave him a trial carry last week, 1 for 14, big player for them.
The country they're flying into to get you out of there, they won't do that.
It's been a good-looking North Central attack here in the first quarter.
They've moved the football well. They've given up a couple of big plays on defense. They've scored only 21 points coming into tonight's football game.
See which one's doing.
1st and 10 for the Indians as we come down to the end of the first quarter of play. Gibson has the ball pop loose.
They really do.
And Panthers have recovered. Mead with the football as the first quarter comes to an end. That ball just squirted away from Gibson. Up with it for the Mead Panthers, number 70, is Mike Schaaf, defensive end. And so on the turnover, Mead has the football with a 21-6 lead at the end of the third quarter of play. We'll be back to recap some of the first quarter, introduce you to some of the players, and take the second quarter of action after this. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by United Plumbing, with 24-hour service for all your residential, commercial, and remodeling needs. Call 922-5000, United Plumbing. Score extra savings at Millwood Furniture with Spokane's best Sealy Posturepedic mattress buy. You wouldn't do this to any mattress, but the Sealy Posturepedic is built better to last longer. No more backache from sleeping on a too soft mattress when you buy a Sealy from Millwood Furniture. Now on sale for $349 at Millwood Furniture for the queen-size Sealy Posturepedic set with super savings on the other sizes too. Spokane's best Sealy Posturepedic prices, easy pay credit terms, and free delivery too at Millwood Furniture in the Spokane Valley. Score extra savings at Millwood Furniture with Spokane's best Sealy Posturepedic mattress buy. You wouldn't do this to any mattress, but the Sealy Posturepedic is built better to last longer. No more backache from sleeping on a too soft mattress when you buy a Sealy from Millwood Furniture. Now on sale for $349 at Millwood Furniture for the queen-size Sealy Posturepedic set with super savings on the other sizes too. Spokane's best Sealy Posturepedic prices, easy pay credit terms, and free delivery too at Millwood Furniture in the Spokane Valley. Back at Joe Albee Stadium, ready to start the second quarter of play. The Mead Panthers leading the North Central Indians by a score of 21-6. In case you weren't with us for the opening game, the Monsters of Jock struck again. Gonzaga Prep defeating Ferris by a score of 41-0. The Bullpups taking over undisputed first place in the GSL. Ferris unbeaten coming into the game. It was not close at all. 4 first-half touchdowns for Prep in a very impressive display, Rich.
Yep, Prep tuning up. It's amazing. Gonzaga's main competition, everyone thought, were the Ferris Saxons for that #1 spot in the GSL. And
not to say that Ferris isn't a good team.
No, they're a very good football team, but Gonzaga Prep is so far above everybody else that, man, they just dominated that football game.
We'll see the Bullpups in action next week against Central Valley. The Bears take on Rogers tomorrow night. CV undefeated with 1 tie in league play. And, of course, that tie came against these Mead Panthers 2 weeks ago, 21-21 score. Illegal procedure against Mead pushes the ball back 5 more yards. So the Panthers now with a 1st and 15 at the North Central 38-yard line. New quarterback into the game for the Mead Panthers as well. They'll hand off the football, and it'll go to fullback Matt Brandley. Chad Greenland is in the lineup at quarterback now for the Mead Panthers, something we saw Mike McLaughlin do a lot last season. And Greenland, the senior at 167, has not rushed the football this year. Passing is 2 for 6.
And it's not because Rodney Anderson hasn't been effective in the first quarter, Todd. He put 21 points on the board.
Mead had not scored in the first quarter of a game this season until tonight, and 3 touchdowns in the first quarter. Panthers with the ball 2nd and 6 after the gain by Brandley. A draw to Ayler. A little bit of a bobble by Greenland, and Ayler gets tripped up. Rich Olson on the stop for North Central. And let's take a look at some of the first quarter stats, Rich.
Yards rushing fairly even. Of course, that big 81-yard touchdown scamper gives North Central most of their rushing yardage. Everything's fairly even except the yards passing and first downs, but North Central moved the football. Mead had the big play.
81 of those 113 yards, as Rich said, all coming on one play for NC. So we'll have to see if they can sustain things after that. Greenland with a man open. Actually, 2 men, and the pass will be intercepted. 2 guys running in the same area, Rich. Might have been a little bit of a mistake there. Holmes and Cohen both there. And Greg Rogan, the outstanding defensive back, 2-way player for North Central, comes up with the interception.
It's justice for NC. They had an interception in their hands, and it bounced into Ayler's hands for a touchdown. And here, what looks like a pretty good pass. Greenland, he's got 2 men running the corner routes, tipped before. Making the play there was Scott Burkhardt, the sophomore. Burkhardt got a hand on the football. That forced the interception. That allowed the ball to be tipped, and Rogan made the interception.
But as I said, it had to have been a mistake to have 2 guys right there. Somebody made a mistake on that one. Watch it again, Rich.
Yeah, ball is just tipped again. Watch Burkhardt, the sophomore, just get a hand on it. It was intended for Brandon Holmes off of his shoulder pad, and Rogan with the tip drill interception. As I said, North Central had a ball they should have intercepted, bounce out of a defender's hands into the hands of Ayler. He went in for 21 yards on a touchdown.
2nd and 7. Gibson bounces off tacklers and will try to find some room to the outside. He'll be stacked up there for about no gain. Shelby Lindsay on the stop for Mead with some help from Sean Dukow.
Gibson has 7 carries for 26 yards.
Duco will have the ball spotted at the 19-yard line, so call it no gain. Excuse me, Duco on the tackle, Gibson the ball carrier, rather, and it's stacked up there. You see the North Central huddle on a 3rd and 7 situation. Darren Nelson split to the bottom of the screen. Pitch to Anderson. Good speed, first down. Well, Eric Anderson may be the find of the season right now for Jerry McCullough and the North Central Indians, Rich.
81-yard touchdown run. He broke it big to get him on the board, and there picks up a big first down. Important that North Central move the football right now and get an extended drive. Keep the ball out of the hands of the Mead Panthers and gain some confidence offensively.
Anderson was a starter at strong linebacker until injuries in the North Central backfield necessitated a move for him to halfback. He may not come back the way he's been playing. He's out leading the way, blocking this time, as the Indians will pick up more yardage. Kevin McLaughlin, the left halfback, out to the 39-yard line for another good game for North Central before he is brought down. Charlie Cohen, backup middle linebacker, making the stop. His older brother David, the starter at middle linebacker, and also the starting tight end for the Panthers, taking a breather on the sidelines. 21-6 Mead if you're joining us late. 9 minutes to play in the second quarter. And again, our apologies for some of the technical difficulties which prevented us from bringing some of the opening pregame pageantry of this 51st annual Shrine game to you. First down for the Indians, good hit on Gibson, but not before he picks up the first down.
That's Bo Young, a junior who came up from his linebacking spot. Gibson has the first down, but watch Bo Young come into your picture right there. Good hit from Young coming from the other linebacking spot. Just a junior. A lot of youngsters on this Mead team.
A lot of the reserves in for Mead right now, too. Bo Young, Charlie Cohen, both backups at those linebacker positions. Mike McLaughlin getting some reserves in, give some of his other players a breather to start with. McLaughlin. Some good hitting out there. Bo Young again on the stop with Brad Welder at strong safety assisting. There's a look at some of the members of the ancient Arabic order of the nobles of the mystic shrine, El Katif.
And they are wearing fezes. That's the
El
I
Katif
told you
Temple.
I'd bring you that. The plural of
Wait.
fez is
Who
fezes.
brought it? Who brought it? We looked it up together in the dictionary today, so. We had somebody who tried to say that fez was the plural. It was kind of like Hollywood Squares. We had the bluff situation there.
Circle gets the square.
Maybe that'll be on sometime. We'll see if we can get the plural of fez on Hollywood Squares since it's on KAYU now. Maybe they'll send it in and, you know, like we can sit with Jim J. Bullock in the center square and ask the question or something. What do you think?
Whatever happened to Charlie Weaver?
Charlie is in the land of reruns these days, Richard.
Okay.
3rd and 1 for North Central. The Indians with the ball at the Mead 49-yard line. And for a team that has only scored 21 points in 4 games coming into tonight, as we see Mike McLaughlin, head coach of the Mead Panthers, North Central's been very impressive. Jerry McCullough has to be happy with this effort, Rich.
Yeah, one of the problems, well, one of the reasons the Mead Panthers come in on the season at 1-2-1, they've given up almost 300 yards per game total offense, Todd.
A good chunk of that was to Gonzaga Prep in the opening game of the year.
That can throw a lot of your stats, you know, really.
In a big hurry, yeah.
Yes. It's like looking in the statistics for the state leaders. You don't see any G-Prep kids in the state leaders. That's because they're playing only 2 quarters, and they're not running up the big stats, and they get such a balanced attack.
Gibson, the ball carrier, after McLaughlin picked up the first down on the previous play. Here you can see some of the turnout for this Shrine game. Good turnout by both schools, and lots of pageantry for you at halftime tonight. There's a look at Jerry McCullough, head coach of the North Central Indians. 10 of his players out with injuries. Jerry said, if I sound a little bit depressed, it is tough. It's kind of hard to regroup and keep things going when we have to shuffle kids around every week. His players have really met the challenge so far tonight. McLaughlin, the ball carrier. Big example of how snake-bit the Indians are. Last week, Mike Schaubel, their outstanding wide receiver, injured his ankle during pregame and is expected to be out for the next couple of weeks. That's how things are going for the Indians.
But on the bright side, that offensive line of Ron Schaefer, Lance Hemmert, James Peak, Jeff Nelson, and Scott Hanser are doing a pretty good job here tonight. They're running the football very well.
3rd and 6 for North Central at the 41. Gibson will be stacked up well short. Mark Samuel leading the tackles for Mead. Assistants, Charlie Cohen at the middle linebacker spot. A reminder coming up at the end of tonight's contest, we will have the Zips Players of the Game on offense and defense, brought to you by the Zips restaurants in the greater Spokane area. Zips, your favorite family restaurant. North Central, faced with a 4th down, is going to take a timeout. Craig Haugen will call time as some of the members of the El Katif Temple get ready for halftime, which is 5 minutes and 24 seconds away here at Albee Stadium. Right now, it's the Mead Panthers 21, the North Central Indians 6.
Zips, you know what I like.
You know what I like.
You're so tempting.
You know what I like.
You're the hottest.
You know what I like.
Always the freshest.
You know what I like.
You make me smile. So zip it to me.
You know what I like.
Zips, you know what I like.
You know what I like.
So, you're drinking new Coke now?
Yeah, Dad, you want one?
That's okay.
It's your choice, just like basketball. You can take it yourself, or you can pass it off.
You pass too often.
You take the outside shot, or you can drive it down the lane.
Your outside shot needs work.
You can try new Coke or not try it.
Okay.
The light, refreshing taste of new Coke.
So what do you think?
Your outside shot still needs work.
New Coke, the one with the blue stripe.
4th down, 5 yards to go for the North Central Indians. The ball just inside the Mead 40-yard line. One wide receiver. Split to the top, still showing the wishbone set. Haugen, Anderson. Almost looked like a forward pitch.
Good decision by Haugen. It was going to be tough, Todd. He might have had a chance to pick up the first down himself, but he gave it to the speedster. Here you'll watch dive action. They fake going to Gibson. Doesn't fool many people, but he's got the lead blocker out front in McLaughlin. He's got Anderson on his left. Good decision. You see the first down stick right there. And the pitch outside to Anderson. He's up over 100 yards now. Let the man...
Did it look to you as though he pitched it forward?
That's legal, though.
Not beyond the line of scrimmage.
He wasn't. I don't think he was.
I think he turned the corner already, but we'll get another look at it. Kevin McLaughlin, the ball carrier. We'll take a look at that last play once again. Okay, the ball's just inside the 40 is where they snapped it. Let's take a look this time.
Let's see where he pitches it from. Okay, he's passed.
Now he's broken the line of scrimmage.
No, not yet. No,
the ball was just inside the 40. His feet were clear down to the 39-yard line.
I don't know.
I think it's a forward pitch, but don't worry about it. 14th play of the drive for the North Central Indians inside the 20. McLaughlin will get it inside the 15-yard line. J.T. Solomon on the tackle for Mead, along with Corey Peterson, two of the defensive linemen. David Cohen also in on the stop. First-team defense back in for Mead now.
Gee, you better believe they're back in because North Central moving the football well. Two tailbacks, Ayler and Anderson, over 100 yards in this football game. We got 4 minutes left.
In the first half.
Yeah, 4 minutes left in the second quarter.
3rd down and 1. Gibson, whoa. We have had some of the crispest hitting all season long. Brad Welter, free safety, strong safety this year now. Free safety a year ago, made the stop for Mead.
Second big hit Welter has had on this drive. See him come from his safety spot up there. He's keying the play. Good fill.
This is called run support.
Yeah.
And officials are going to call timeout and bring the chains in, Rich.
Against the wishbone with only one wide receiver, and he knows that North Central's had trouble at times moving the football. He is really flying up on that run support, reading the offensive lineman exceptionally well. As a safety, Todd, you're not looking at the tailback as much as you're looking at your guards and tackles. You see the guard tackle fire out, you're thinking run. You see him back up, pass support, then you find your receivers, and you find the eyes of the quarterback.
4th down and inches to go for the Indians. Ball just outside the 13-yard line. Rick Pelkey will check into the lineup at the wide receiver spot, bringing in the play from Jerry McCullough. Are you ready to run an option wide again on this one, Rich?
Yeah, just make sure. Let's see where he snaps the ball this time.
They'll dive it instead. Big hole. And Gibson will get it down close to the 5-yard line before he's brought down. Ryan Petrick on the stop for Mead, and it'll be 1st and goal for North Central.
He's been the workhorse coming in, Todd, averaging almost 5 yards a carry, 48 carries, 2 touchdowns on the ground. Caught the other touchdown pass. He had scored all 3 North Central touchdowns coming into tonight's play.
1st and goal for the Indians. Tight end Brian Egger jumped offside. You know, we saw North Central the first week of the season, Rich, and the Indians really did a lot of what they've probably done in continuing weeks. They moved the ball fairly well. They just have not been able to get it into the end zone.
Yeah, they can't stick it in there.
Turnovers have been one big problem, 12 of them in the first 4 games, 8 fumbles, 4 interceptions. 5-yard penalty for illegal procedure will move it back to the 10-yard line now for 1st and goal. 18th play of the drive for the Indians. That has to be pleasing. Anderson breaks one, but will be swarmed under. The ball pops loose. They can run with it in high school. It's another turnover, and the Indians have shot themselves in the foot, literally, wiping out another drive with the turnover.
You hit it right on the head, Todd. Turnovers again. Good call. Frustrating. Anderson got hit once, was falling forward. You can't fault the kid for his effort. Here he comes on the option. Almost a shirt tail tackle here. He sort of leans out of the tackle and his momentum takes him forward. Good second effort, but hit from behind there by David Cohen, the senior, and that forced the fumble.
Jeff Linus picks up the fumble. And if the convoy had picked off one guy from behind right there, might have gone all the way. Darren Nelson's tackle. The turnover for North Central is the Indians' second tonight. They've recovered one. First down, Mead at the 19-yard line. Greenland in at quarterback again. Gives the ball to Matt Bradley. Chad Greenland has been splitting the quarterbacking duties so far tonight with Rodney Anderson. As you see Matt Bradley, and boy, Mead very happy to get him in the lineup. Bradley did not play the first week of the season and has since averaged better than 5 yards a carry, over 90 yards a game for this Mead team.
Almost up to 300 yards. Is over 300 yards with his effort thus far tonight.
Call it a gain of 7 on the play, so 2nd and 3. Twin wide receivers now for the Panthers. Chris Bowles to the bottom of your screen. Little counter to Ayler, big hole. Rogan will bring him down and save a long gainer, but it'll go all the way out to the 47-yard line. A gain of 21 yards for Jason Ayler.
Well, you've got the big man Bradley with all the yardage coming in. They're doing a good job of using Bradley as a decoy. They give it to Ayler. He's got a big hole. Look at that lead blocking there by Corey Peterson, the weak tackle. Good block by Peterson. It springs Ayler. Rogan is the last man, and he just gets a hand on the shoulder pads and ragdolls him out of bounds.
Well, here's an interesting stat, Rich. That NC drive, 18 plays, over 8 minutes of clock time, and they come away empty. Got to be frustrating for Jerry McCullough. Ayler, no gain. Good job that time of penetration by the North Central defense. Jeff Nelson on the tackle for the Indians, backup defensive tackle. And Jason Ayler's had a game here already in the first half.
Yeah, Mead has 3 timeouts left, Todd. 1:20 left, clock running.
Rich will be talking with the coaches. Mike McLaughlin of Mead coming up here at the end of the half, and also with Jerry McCullough of North Central, all part of our Zenith Greater Spokane League halftime report. Ayler. Anderson now playing both ways for North Central, leads the tacklers for the Indians, and they wrestle him out at the 8-yard line.
Big gain for Ayler, but a great block downfield by Pat Somerville, the wide receiver. Somerville did a nice job of running. Turner smelled run, did a good job of stock blocking, kept him away from the play. I mean, Ayler had a good 15 yards before anyone got near him.
Going into the season, 2 for 6 passing. Long pass for Ayler. No one's blown a whistle. That'll be ruled as a lateral.
Oh, no. He was standing at the 40, and I think
no one blew a whistle. They're going to call it that way as a lateral.
Well, let's see a replay on this. Second time we've had something like this.
Won't be able to show you a replay of it. Timeout called now by Mead with 40 seconds left. And Mike McLaughlin, I think, wants to talk over this one with the officials. We'll be back with the end of this first half. 40 seconds showing on the clock. Mead leading North Central 21-6.
There were times when I thought we were kidding ourselves. We'd never have a place. It always seemed so far away. But we did it. Amazing.
At Rainier Bank, we have the financial solutions you need, all in one place through one person. A Rainier personal banker.
Ellen, where's this go?
I don't know. What is it?
Score extra savings at Millwood Furniture with Spokane's best Sealy Posturepedic mattress buy. You wouldn't do this to any mattress, but the Sealy Posturepedic is built better to last longer. No more backache from sleeping on a too soft mattress when you buy a Sealy from Millwood. $349 at Millwood Furniture for the queen-size Sealy Posturepedic set. Terms and free delivery too at Millwood Furniture in the Spokane Valley. Now they will consider that as a lateral. Loss of 10 yards on the play. You see some of the Shriners getting ready. We're in motion. Ball's at the NC 48. Greenland Looking for Holmes, put it up for grabs. It's intercepted by Rogan. Rogan will be brought down at the 26-yard line, and Chad Greenland's second interception of the night. We'll take another look at it. Greenland trying to put that one to the outside, just didn't get it as far as he would have liked. Wound up putting it over the middle. There's Rogan right at the bottom of your screen. Just watch him backpedal, number 30 for North Central. You see him watch the quarterback's eyes, and Greenland tried to go to the left, just didn't get enough mustard on it. Rogan able to get there, and the ball far short of the intended receiver, Holmes. You see Rogan with the interception. Indians have the ball now. Haugen waiting. Good job, and again, awfully close to a forward pitch by Craig Haugen. Anderson goes out of bounds with 13 seconds showing on the clock. It's good enough for a first down, however, on a gain of 13 yards. Make it 12 now. They'll push it back to the 38. 13 seconds left here in the second quarter. Haugen's pitch arrived for a credit that one to the quarterback on the bad pitch, and we'll take another look at the third North Central turnover in this half. Craig Haugen seeing the pressure, making the quick pitch, and it got away from Kevin McLaughlin. Tried to fall on it, but overran the ball. You see him losing his balance a little bit. Pair of Mead tacklers slam into him, and the Panthers will have a chance. Let's see if they'll bring Hansen on for the field goal or whether they'll go ahead and throw the ball. It is Hansen out on the field now. You see him measuring it up. Travis Hansen, younger brother of Jason Hansen, ESL kicker, now at Washington State. Panthers appear to be a man short, and they are, as now they'll bring one more player out on. Rich Gockley coming out, Mike McLaughlin coming out as well because Mead called a timeout to give Hansen a little bit more time. Travis Hansen for the season, 2 for 5 in the field goal department with kicks of 37 and 31 yards this year. He's a junior, 174-pounder. And if you've seen him kick off tonight, you've noticed that he puts the ball into the end zone rather easily from that kickoff position. Greenland, the quarterback, is the holder. This will be a 44-yard attempt for Travis Hansen. Now timeout is called once again by North Central. Jerry McCullough will talk things over with his players. Don't forget the Zenith Greater Spokane League halftime report coming up. And, of course, a lot of things coming up on KAYU this fall. Not only do we have the best sports for you, tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, you thought they were gone, but they never left. They've just been kind of hibernating, and now they're back to terrorize Earth once again. It's War of the Worlds, all new, exciting episodes. It's tomorrow night at 8 o'clock here on Fox 28. And then Sunday at 5:30, all new episodes of The Twilight Zone. That great science fiction anthology series coming to Fox 28 Sunday at 5:30. Back once again, making more cruises. The crew of the Starship Enterprise, Saturdays at 7. Star Trek: The Next Generation. A reminder, you're watching GSL football, the 51st annual Shrine Game, Mead against North Central, live from Albee Stadium on your sports station, KAYU TV, Fox 28, Spokane. Here's Hansen, 44-yard attempt, popped it up. Didn't go all the way through with the leg that time. Didn't quite get the follow-through that he wanted, and the kick goes wide to the right as the time expires here in the first half. Very interesting first half, a lot of offense for both teams. Not enough scoring if you're a North Central Indians fan. 3 turnovers hurting the Indians, and the Mead Panthers will take a 21-6 lead into the locker room here at halftime as we get set for some of the festivities at Albee Stadium, getting ready. Of course, the members of the El Katif Temple of the Shriners will be out. We'll also have a special interview with the Shrine Potentate. That and a whole lot more coming up at halftime. Unfortunately, we couldn't bring you some of the parachutists who brought in the game ball and the flag and the coin for the coin toss tonight. A lot of excitement around this. Of course, a major fundraising event for the El Katif Temple of the Shriners. Major project, and we'll do a little bit more about that and tell you about it during our halftime events. It's Mead 21 and North Central 6. Let's go down to Rich Waltz.
Down with Mike McLaughlin, head coach of the Mead Panthers. Moved the football well in that first half. Jason Ayler, a one-man show.
Jason Ayler's coming into his zone. We missed him the first 2 games. First of all, I'd like to say hi to my son Patrick, who couldn't come game night.
All right, that's nice. Defensively, though, gave up the big play, that long 81-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, right now, I didn't see the play. Actually, I was talking to the offense, but we lost containment. The kid broke outside. They have 2 good running backs, and obviously their offensive line's doing a good job because we're having trouble stopping them up in the middle. We're fortunate they're turning the ball over, or this game would be very, very tight.
All right, your son has to be happy, though, with the first half results.
He'll be good. You might hopefully he'll miss a good bus ride home.
All right, good luck second half, Coach. Panthers on top, 21-6. We'll have more at halftime after this.
Some things go great together, like the honey and graham of Golden Grahams.
Oh, that golden honey and graham cracker taste of Golden Grahams.
It's the taste you never outgrow.
Happy together.
When you mix Golden Grahams, Kraft Marshmallows, and Nestle Milk Chocolate Morsels, what do you get? Nothing. Look for the s'mores recipe on the box.
Sunday on America's Most Wanted, Joe Edwards abandoned as a baby. He bounced from home to... Then he found 2 gentle adoptive parents who gave him the love he had missed. But police say on January 20th, 1983, Joe Edwards may be a walking time bomb. Help return him to justice.
The secret's out. There's no safe place to hide. Because Fox has 5 reasons not to leave the house Sunday night. Meet Bart, Lisa, their little sister Maggie, Mom, and Dad. It's The Simpsons on the Tracy Ullman Show.
Back at Joe Albi Stadium, the Zenith Greater Spokane League halftime report is brought to you by Zenith and your local Zenith dealers. It's Mead 21 and North Central 6. Let's listen in to a little bit of the festivities here at the 51st Annual Shrine Game. The North Central High School Band, and there's a look at the Mead Panther Band as well, both bands, along with all the members of the El Katif Shrine Temple participating in our halftime festivities. Right now, it's time for the Pepsi-Cola Star of Tomorrow. This week, Pepsi congratulates Kelly Johnson, a senior at university, whose competitive spirit takes her to the top.
KAYU presents Stars of Tomorrow, our focus on an outstanding student achiever in the Spokane area. Brought to you by Spokane's Choice, Pepsi. This week, we salute Kelly Johnson, a senior from University High whose competitive spirit takes her to the top.
Well, most people don't know this, but Kelly is extremely competitive. On the outside, she's calm and does her thing, but inside, she's extremely competitive in all she does. If it's on the basketball court, tennis court, when she's sitting at the piano, when she's in the classroom, she does it well, and that's real important to her.
U High is a good competitive school. I like the competitive spirit throughout the school. The teachers are really nice, I just appreciate the qualities the school has to offer.
Oh, I see many things in her future. She has some aggressiveness when it's needed. She is articulate. She can follow ideas through. She's indicated to me that she is interested in business. She'll fit very, very well in with any kind of a business world.
Kelly is an extremely high achiever, not only to do things right, but to do them well. Not just to get by, but to be the best. And I think that's what's created this great student-athlete that we have.
I play for the University High School girls basketball team. I think I'll be playing point guard this year, and I'm really looking forward to a strong team this year. I play for the jazz choir here at school. We've been to many trips. We've gone to Carson Graham, which is in Canada, and we've also been to Portland and Seattle. I really enjoy playing the piano. It's a great hobby. It's a great release for stress. I've had a really good time at U-High. I'm going to miss it, but I'm looking forward to moving on.
Whatever she decides to do, she'll do very, very well.
U-High is very lucky to have a young lady of this caliber.
Pepsi and KAYU congratulate Kelly on her fine performance during her term at U-High.
Meet Jim and Jenny. Both love their strawberry fruit snacks, but Jim's are a little light on the fruit. Jenny's are heavier on the fruit. They're strawberry fruit wrinkles from Betty Crocker, and compared to Sunkist Strawberry Fun Fruits, Betty Crocker has twice the fruit and a third less added sugar. When you're heavy on the fruit, you can lighten up the added sugar. Betty Crocker Strawberry Fruit Wrinkles and Roll-Ups. Heavy fruit.
There were times when I thought we were kidding ourselves. We'd never have a place like this. It always seemed so far away. But we did it. Amazing.
At Rainier Bank, we have the financial solutions you need, all in one place through one person. A Rainier personal banker.
Ellen, where's this go?
I don't know. What is it?
You thought you stopped us. You thought we were gone forever. You were there. We never left. War of the World.
Premieres October 7th here on KAYU.
Back at Joe Albi Stadium, you see part of the festivities of the 51st Annual Shrine Game. The Mead Panthers leading the North Central Indians by a score of 21-6. Very explosive first quarter of play. In fact, very good first half of play offensively. We'll take a look at a couple of the scoring plays from the contest. Mead got on the board first after a North Central turnover. Matt Branley going in from 3 yards out. Branley, the fullback, right side of your screen in the backfield, number 44, going over from 3, taking the handoff from Rodney Anderson. And that put Mead on top by a score of 7-0 as Hansen added the point after touchdown. Biggest play of the season for the North Central Indians coming by Eric Anderson. Well, there's the statistics. First, we'll show you Anderson's touchdown in a minute. As you see, Mead 158 yards rushing, 40 passing, 198 overall. To North Central's 196, no passing, and 196 total yards. First down's close. Turnovers a lot by both teams, and the penalties down a bit. Time of possession favoring North Central. The Indians with only 83 yards of offense in the second quarter. The big play of the night for North Central, Eric Anderson, 67 yards rushing on 18 carries the last couple of weeks. An addition, as we said, to the backfield because of injuries. Craig Haugen with a perfect pitch, good timing, and you can see Mead just over pursuing and really not playing the lane very well. As you heard Mike McLaughlin say, we missed the containment, and that they did. And Eric Anderson was off to the races on this 81-yard touchdown. The first time someone other than Dan Gibson has scored for North Central this season. So a couple of firsts. The first player there with Anderson, and for the Mead Panthers, the first time they have scored in the first quarter of a game this year. They got 21 points in the first quarter, and they lead at halftime by a 21-6 score over North Central. We'll be back with more of our halftime activities after this timeout.
Daryl, more pecani sauce.
Here you go.
This ain't paste pecani sauce.
So?
Pace is made with fresh vegetables and spices by folks in San Antonio who know what pecani sauce should taste like. This stuff's made in New York City.
New York City! That really chaps my hide.
Pick up the original.
Pick up the pace.
My new shirt. Mom's gonna kill me. No problem. That's what washing machines are for, right? Right.
Another unreported stain. You know, the kind your family doesn't tell you about till it's through the dryer and set for life. That's why you should add Biz Bleach to every wash load to find many unreported stains and lift them up and away. Even though unreported stains have a way of slipping into your wash, they can't get by Biz.
Each week, there's new information. A new opponent can mean an entirely new strategy, new defensive looks, new variations on old plays. And Seahawks Insider will bring you the exclusive latest word straight from Seahawks headquarters.
Hi, I'm Lou Gellos. On the next edition of Seahawks Insider, the Cleveland Browns. They began the season on the wrong track, but the Seahawks expect them to try and turn things around at their expense. The Browns and Seahawks on Seahawks Insider.
Saturday at 10 on your sports station, Fox 28. This is Fox 28, your sports station for the Inland Northwest, KAYU Spokane. It's halftime. Mead leading North Central by a score of 21-6. You should see some of the members of the Panther Band getting ready to participate in the Shrine festivities. We showed you his team statistics a little bit ago. Some of the individual statistics for Mead. Jason Ayler in the first half, 11 carries for 116 yards and 1 touchdown. Caught 2 passes for 31 yards and a touchdown. Quarterback Rodney Anderson was 3 of 7 passing for 40 yards and the 1 TD. For North Central, Dan Gibson, 14 carries for 49 yards. Eric Anderson, 5 carries, 126 yards and a touchdown. And Craig Halligan passing for the Indians, 0 for 1 with the 1 interception. Greenland with a couple of interceptions for Mead as he came on in a reserve role to spell Rodney Anderson. 21-6, as we said, in favor of Mead. Lots of other activities in the GSL coming up. Tomorrow night here at Albee Stadium, by the way, Rogers against Central Valley University takes on Lewis and Clark. Next week, our game, Gonzaga Prep, moving up to the number 11 spot in the national high school rankings. Still number 2 in the Washington State AAA spot behind defending champion Puyallup. We'll take on Central Valley. The Bears undefeated with a tie in GSL play so far. That'll be next Thursday on the Rainier Bank game of the week. Halftime, Mead on top of North 6. Back with more activities from Albee Stadium after we take this timeout.
Still using separate shampoo and conditioner? Get it together. In just one step, get your hair clean, fully conditioned. No more fuss, just great looking hair. Shampoo plus conditioner in one.
Hooray for quality! That's why we're always making history. All through the years we've been the winning team. We live the dream and share our great quality. You can depend upon when the name goes on. Hooray for Vita! Woo! Vita's quality! Yeah!
Halftime at Albee Stadium. This is the 51st Shrine benefit game, and since the first Shriners Hospital for Crippled Children opened in 1922, approximately 300,000 crippled and burned children have been cured or helped by the free medical care they received through one of the Shriners units across the country. Before tonight's game, we had a chance to talk with the gentleman who's heading up the committee efforts of the El Katif Temple for tonight's game. Our special guest at halftime is Roger Underwood, Shrine Potentate for the El Katif Shrine of Spokane. And Roger, tonight's game is a very special one for all Shriners in the Spokane area.
We're very happy to be here tonight and have North Central and Mead playing this game for our crippled children.
What will the proceeds from tonight's game go to benefit in the Spokane area?
The proceeds of this game and of all these type of activities go to benefit the Shriners Hospital for Crippled Children 22 hospitals throughout the United States, and specifically the new Spokane Hospital that'll be built in the next year and be open in January of 1991.
That has to be a real source of pride and achievement for you and all your fellow Shriners. Tell us a little bit more about that new hospital, its location, and what you have planned.
Well, the hospital is located right next to Deaconess Medical Center, one of our new requirements that we connect all of our hospitals in with the medical centers. It'll be between 5th and 6th and between Lincoln and Monroe on the south side just of Deaconess Hospital.
As you mentioned, there are 22 Shrine units, Shrine hospitals, rather, across the country. And I think one thing we need to explain to parents a little bit as well is how to get in touch with someone if they feel that they might need the benefits of a Shriners Hospital.
Absolutely, and the key thing is that, number one, we charge nothing. No federal funds, no state funds, no medical insurance. Everything is paid for any child that is taken into the hospital. All they have to do is contact any Shriner anywhere or contact our Shrine Temple, which the phone number is 624-2762, and we'll take it from there.
Roger, this, of course, is such a great tradition in Spokane, the 51st annual Shrine Game here at Albee Stadium. And to you and all of your fellow Shriners, again, congratulations on a job well done.
Thank you, and I just want you to know the winner tonight won't be Mead or North Central, but it'll be those crippled children who'll get to walk because these kids could run tonight. Thank you.
A reminder for parents, this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., the Shriners Hospital for Crippled Children will be holding a free pre-screening clinic. If you have a child with a problem that might be correctable, you can stop by the Shriners Hospital at 820 North Summit this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's for infants up to 18 years. We'll have more halftime activities after this.
Another amazing technological breakthrough. From Underalls, French-cut Underall silks.
And no panty lines.
Isn't science gorgeous?
There were times when I thought we were kidding ourselves. We'd never have a place like this. It always seemed so far away. But we did it. Amazing.
At Rainier Bank, we have the financial solutions you need, all in one place through one person. A Rainier personal banker.
Ellen, where's this go?
I don't know. What is it?
Back at Albee Stadium, and while the Mead High School band performs, it's time to take a closer look at Mead High School with a slideshow prepared by the Panther students and staff.
Mead Senior High School, one of the Northwest's outstanding high schools, is located in the north suburbs of Spokane. However, Mead is a distinct and separate school district with a rich diversity of students from all walks of life. With an enrollment of over 1,700 students, Mead is one of the largest high schools in eastern Washington. And with a staff of over 100, Mead is able to offer a broad curriculum reflecting the varied interests and backgrounds of the students. Mead believes strongly in the development of the whole person. Students are encouraged to participate in activities, and we offer outstanding programs in band, choir, drama, various clubs, and athletics. Over 70% of our students are involved in extracurricular activities, an ideal way to make new and worthwhile friendships. Mead is especially proud of its fine academic achievements, and Mead students are keenly aware of the value of a continuing education. Each year, 80% of the graduating class continues their education, and over 100 students received scholarships last year. Perhaps Mead's greatest strength is the friendly rapport felt between the faculty and the students. The teachers try to help the students, giving them guidance and knowledge for their entry into adult life. Mead students are friendly, eager, and willing to work hard and enjoy this time in their lives. They support one another and are proud of each other's accomplishments. The Mead community and parents are known for their support of education and are justifiably proud of the accomplishments of their students at Mead Senior High School.
And a look at Mead High School as the Panthers enjoy a 21-6 halftime lead over the North Central Indians here at Albee Stadium. Also homecoming tonight for the Panthers, as well as being the 51st annual Shrine Benefit football game. Right now, it's time for us to take a closer look at one of the original high schools of Spokane, North Central High School, with a slideshow prepared by the students and staff.
This is North Central High School. North Central has the distinction of being both the newest and the oldest high school in Spokane. Founded in 1908, the school has served approximately 31,000 students over the past 78 years. The opening of the new building in 1981 not only doubled the size of the campus, but also improved the facilities and school environment. Likewise, the educational program has expanded to meet the changing times. Curriculum in the areas of math and science include both advanced and remedial classes. Computer science has, of course, been added. While many social studies and language arts courses are required, North Central also offers a variety of electives, including French, German, Spanish, Japanese, journalism, drama, sociology, psychology, and music. A wide array of vocational opportunities both in the classroom and on the job await North Central students in 3 departments: home and family life, business education, and industrial arts. North Central's physical education department stresses lifetime sports and physical well-being in its curriculum. In addition, students have the opportunity to learn safe driving techniques. Of obvious importance to students is the extensive field of the arts. North Central has many offerings in fine arts, music, and theater. Some of the unique and interesting aspects of the new North Central include a modern, often used library. The commons area is used for classes, study, small group discussions, social events, and of course, lunch. Of special interest to visitors is Sun Tracker, the interdisciplinary art piece provided through the Washington State Arts Commission. But the real emphasis at North Central High School is on students, where each one of the 1,500 is proud to be a North Central Indian.
The Zenith GSL Halftime Report is brought to you by Zenith and your local Zenith dealer.
You've decorated the rest of your home. Now it's time to decorate your plumbing with United Plumbing and Moen. Moen has distinctive styles in faucets and accessories for your kitchen or bath, and comes in a variety of colors and finishes with Moen's famous reliability. You can have your new Moen faucet installed with the help of United Plumbing, offering 24-hour service calls, commercial and residential service, and remodeling. For the complete line of Moen faucets and accessories, call United Plumbing at 922-5000.
Tired of your boring dead-end job? Of giving your kids advice?
This is not about sex, is it? Because I don't know anything about that.
I know. Mom told me.
Tired of spending more time with your wife than with your car? Sounds like the Al Bundy syndrome. Time to watch something special.
There were times when I thought we were kidding ourselves. We'd never have a place like this. It always seemed so far away. But we did it. Amazing.
At Rainier Bank, we have the financial solutions you need, all in one place through one person, a Rainier personal banker.
Ellen, where's this go?
I don't know. What is it?
Back at Albee Stadium, you see the homecoming float for the Mead Panthers, who are enjoying a 21-6 halftime lead over the North Central Indians. In our earlier game tonight, the Gonzaga Prep Bullpups moved back into first place in the GSL Wars, beating the Ferris Saxons 41-0. Great defensive effort by the Bullpups and sparkling offensive attack as well. Ferris was 4-0 in league play coming into the game, while Prep was 3-0, and the Bullpups scored 4 first-half touchdowns. The wishbone attack clicking once again. Here's Graham Peterson with the ball on the keeper. Peterson third in the league in scoring coming into tonight's game with 5 touchdowns for 30 points. He had 2 more tonight. That one made it 13-0 in favor of Gonzaga Prep. Then a little bit later, the Bullpups would strike once again, as we'll see John Bird, who had a big game for G Prep. Of course, John and Matt Bird teaming up in the backfield. And John Bird from the halfback position will score this touchdown for the Bullpups. Little fake to brother Matt, and then it's John off the left side again. Great blocking by the Bullpup line, and that made it 20-0 in favor of G Prep. In fact, it was 19-0 because the Bullpups later got another touchdown at a point conversion to make it 27-0. We'll see Graham Peterson's second score of the night here on the option play once again. Peterson with a great read. You can see the outside linebacker covering the pitch man all the way. He just snaked it back across the middle and went in for another score. That made it 27-0. And as we said, the Bullpups with a final tally of 41-0. They've given up just 1 touchdown. That was to Mead. in the opening game of the season in a 42-7 Gonzaga Prep victory. Since then, the Bullpups have not allowed a score. Here's the 4th touchdown of the night. It'll go to fullback Matt Bird as he takes it over, the leading rusher for the Bullpups this season. And Gonzaga Prep going on to a 41-0 victory over Ferris. G-Prep now 4-0 in league play. Ferris is 4-1. Next week, Prep will take on the Central Valley Bears in a game which you can see right here on Fox 28. CV coming into their game tomorrow night against Rogers with a record of 3-0-1 in GSL play. And they're ready to go ahead and knock off the Rogers Pirates, and then they'll take aim at G-Prep. That's the way that CV has it planned anyway, with an outstanding attack. Steve Crum leading all GSL scorers coming into this week of play. Also 4th in the league in rushing with an average of 80 yards a game. We'll tell you more about that as we go along. But right now, Rich Waltz is set to talk to Jerry McCullough.
North Central head coach Jerry McCullough. 2 bright spots in the first half, despite being down right now 21-6. One is the play of Eric Anderson. He was spectacular in that first half.
Yeah, he's made a good run. I think I don't know the stats on his first half, but I believe he broke one for 80 yards. He's running hard. He's just got to hang on to the football.
Yeah, and that's the other one. You move the football well, but the turnovers hurt you.
They always do. They always do. It doesn't matter if you're playing Friday night, Saturday, or Sunday. Turnovers are going to hurt you.
No adjustments second half? You move the football well?
No, we don't need any adjustments. Defensively, we've got our problems. We had our problems all year. They've got 21 points now. I wish we could do something about it, but their last 2 drives, we intercepted the ball. So second quarter, we played a lot better. We've only given up the 1 score. So I don't think we have to make any defensive adjustments either. We just got to play sound football.
All right, good luck second half.
Thank you.
Turnovers and the big play. That's plagued North Central. Back up to Todd.
Thank you very much, Rich Waltz. While we've got a minute before we wait for the second half kickoff, talk about some of the other activities around the Greater Spokane League. In volleyball, hats off to the Ferris Saxons as Ferris ended Shadle Park's 33-match GSL win streak with a victory Saturday at Ferris. In the league standings right now, Shadle Park is 7-1. Ferris is 6-1. Gonzaga Prep and LC at 5-2. By the way, Ferris and G-Prep meet later this week. And then Mead 3-4 in the number 5 spot in the playoff chase right now. Cross country will be resuming action next week as the Harriers took the week off this week. Mead boys and girls on top of the league standings there. In soccer, the Mead girls continue to roll. Mead has outscored its opponents this season by 60-0. They have not allowed a goal in 9 league games. Yesterday they beat Central Valley by a score of 5-0. Mead is 9-0. Shadle Park at 6-3. North Central and University at 5-2-2. All 3 of those schools are tied on points with 12 points with 9 games played by all the teams as they're just starting the second half of play in girls soccer. We're at halftime, just about ready for the start of second half play here at Albee Stadium. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this timeout.
Interested in meeting 4 classy gentlemen?
Where's your sense of adventure?
People who love to travel and are full of surprises?
I love the crash parties.
Then you're gonna love George Papard, Dirk Benedict, Dwight Schultz, and Mr. T.
Yeah.
As the A-Team returns, doing what they do best.
I'm sure it will thrill and amaze us all.
The A-Team.
Spread the word. The A-Team's on, weeknights at 5 on Fox 28.
As you see, both teams heading out on the field now after that special halftime ceremony honoring the members of the El Katif Shrine, all the work they've done for this 51st benefit game. Another tradition here in Spokane. See North Central getting set to kick off. Mike Ladyman will be booting the ball for the Indians. Back deep for the Mead Panthers will be Jason Ayler and Brad Welder. You know, part of the Shrine Week includes presentations at the schools, a special banquet as well, and the members of the El Katif Temple talking a little bit about a special young man on the North Central team. Jason Schmidt, playing for the Indians tonight, was a former patient at the Shriners Hospital here in Spokane, gave a very moving talk to his schoolmates at North Central High School today about what it is like to go through life and to be the beneficiary of some of the treatment of Shriners Hospital, and explaining how life had been for him as a young man. Very moving talk to some of the kids at North Central High School, and as well as some of the members of the Shrine there. And now Jason Schmidt is playing as a member of the North Central high school football team. The Mead Panthers have the football after Ayler's kickoff return at the 34-yard line. A first down and 10 for them there. And again, we'll have to set some of the players for you. We've lost many of what's called our graphics, our names and figures that we normally give to you during the football game. This is Rodney Anderson back at quarterback for Mead. The pitch going to Jason Ayler, 116 yards rushing for Ayler in the first half. And he'll add to that substantially before he's pulled down by Brian Kane, outside linebacker for North Central. It'll be a first down. Matt Brandley joins Ayler in the backfield, and Rich Waltz will take a look at the replay before we set the rest of the lineup.
Jason Ayler has what coaches call excellent lateral movement. Watch the moves he makes. Coming outside, again, he's got that big tackle, Corey Peterson, 195 pounds. He outruns that, makes a good move to his left, still moving up the field. Another move here. I mean, he's not just breaking tackles, he's forcing defenders to flat out miss, Todd. 129 yards now.
You see the numbers for him. Wide receiver for the Panthers is Chris Bowles, the bottom of the screen. Brandon Holmes, the top. Tight end David Cohen as Ayler carries the ball again, breaks back, gets a block, could go all the way. Greg Rogan with the outstanding speed, but he can't get him. 46-yard touchdown for Jason Ayler. Puts him to the 170-yard mark now for the Panthers. His third touchdown of the night, 2 rushing, 1 receiving.
He has great lateral movement and great vision. He saw the, just coming off tackle with Ayler, he's got some people moving outside, actually supposed to go outside right. Keeps his head straight up, though, Todd, and he sees no one to his left. Great block downfield by Chris Bowles. Coming into your picture, he never came into your picture, but his block on the cornerback up there allowed Ayler to go all the way. Bowles with a great block on the outside.
Travis Hansen's point after touchdown is good. 28-6 now in favor of Mead with just 1 minute and 9 seconds gone here in the third quarter. We'll be back with more second half action after this kickoff. Mead on top of North Central. Score extra savings at Millwood Furniture with Spokane's best Sealy Posturepedic mattress buy. You wouldn't do this to any mattress, but the Sealy Posturepedic is built better to last longer. No more backache from sleeping on a too soft mattress when you buy a Sealy from Millwood Furniture. Now on sale for $349 at Millwood Furniture for the queen-size Sealy Posturepedic set with super savings on the other sizes too. Spokane's best Sealy Posturepedic prices, easy pay credit terms, and free delivery too at Millwood Furniture in the Spokane Valley.
Soon, a new legend begins.
I don't know if you remember me. I'm from Smallville. Clark Kent.
He has the powers.
Powers?
He's got the strength. And he's only 19.
Hello, Ma.
Now, from the producers of Superman, comes the superhero of the 90s.
Look in the yellow pages under S.
Superboy.
Sunday evenings at 5 on Fox 28.
You're going to see everyone on the left side of the line, Todd, pull out. And that's going to bring everyone, the linebackers. There goes Peterson. There goes Hathaway. Ayler following the big convoy. Over pursuit, though, you see James Peak, a linebacker, not staying at home, and Ayler cuts it back. He gets a good downfield block by Bowles. Great effort into the end zone.
Mead has continued to improve its rushing each week as you see the scoring drive. You want to think about something scary. The Panthers have an all-underclassmen backfield. Anderson, a junior, Brandley, a junior, Ayler, a sophomore. As you heard Mike McLaughlin say, has come into his own. Short kick by Hansen for the first time tonight. Rogan returns it out to the 19-yard line before he's brought down by Brian Jones.
Jason Ayler now has 182 yards on the ground in 13 carries. He has 3 touchdowns on tonight, 2 rushing, and he caught that 21-yard touchdown pass from Rodney Anderson back in the first quarter.
So Ayler pushing himself up amongst the rushing and scoring leaders in the league with this one-game performance. For North Central now, it's Craig Hagen at quarterback. This is Gibson, the fullback, carrying the ball, and he'll break back to pick up some yardage. First down and much more. The Indians moved the ball well, but the turnovers killed them. Brad Welder on the stop for Mead. The rest of the backfield for North Central, Kevin McLaughlin and Eric Anderson, numbers 20 and 27 respectively, the halfbacks. That's Brian Ager, 31, the tight end. Rick Pelkey, 87, is the split end. And now Darren Nelson will check in for Pelkey with the play. Indians using just the one wide receiver set. in the wishbone attack. First down at the 35. Call it a gain of 16 for Gibson on that play. Gibson again. It was as if no one was there to provide blocking for him that time, Rich, as Joel Servatius and Corey Peterson led the tacklers for Mead.
And North Central had more success in that first half going outside on the option, getting the ball to Anderson outside. Gibson, those are 66 hard-earned yards, Todd, in 16 carries. McCullough was very adamant before that interview and during the interview that he wasn't going to change anything in the second half. His team moved the football. They had trouble with the turnover, and they gave up the big play.
Gain of 2 for Gibson on that one. 2nd and 8. Haugen. Brought down by J.T. Solomon, defensive end. Across the front for Mead, Mike Schaaf, Joel Servatius, Corey Peterson, and J.T. Solomon. Linebackers, Ryan Petrick, David Cohen, and Jeff Linus. The secondary, Sean Duco and Jeff Davis at the corners. Shelby Lindsay, the free safety, and Brad Welter, the strong safety.
We saw Welter make 2 good hits first half coming up on run support. That's what North Central needs to do right now, Todd. Keep the ball outside. Keep the ball in the hands of Eric Anderson. Maybe give it to Gibson once in a while up the middle, and even Haugen take it outside.
You see the Indians trying to pick up a 3rd down conversion, and they will as they run the option pitch to Kevin McLaughlin. McLaughlin gets helped back out to the field by left tackle Ron Schaefer. There's a look at Jerry McCullough.
3rd year with North Central.
Indians picking up the first down at the Mead 49-yard line. Mead 28, North Central 6. A little over 9 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter of action at Albee Stadium on the Rainier Bank Game of the Week. Anderson has the corner. Used the block that time of McLaughlin very well, Rich, to pick up some extra yardage before Brad Welter brought him down.
Important for a tailback to gain yardage as he gets outside, Todd. A lot of tailbacks, they'll get outside without gaining yardage, but Anderson, importantly, as he got outside, he moved up the field, and by the time there was contact, he already had a 7-yard gain.
Call it a gain of 9 for Anderson as he's about a half yard short of the first down. McLaughlin. Shelby Lindsay was the first player to land a hand on him, and when the safety does that, you know your job has been well done by the offensive line.
You look back to that deflected pass that ended up touchdown and the fumble by North Central deep in Mead territory. It's a 28-6 football game right now, Todd, but it should be a lot closer.
Mike McLaughlin. .33. Gibson trying to high-step his way through any hole he could find. There weren't many. Corey Peterson led the tacklers with some help from Mark Samuel. And spotted at the 31.
10th. That last run.
They would like to avoid passing as much as possible. Craig Haugen has not had a great year passing. And his receivers, during the first week of the year, had several drops, but Craig's completed just over 31% of his passes this season. McLaughlin continues the ground assault.
Add to the fact you don't have Schaubel. That can hurt.
Charlie Cohen made the tackle for the... It'll bring up a 3rd down situation as you take a look at the Mead sidelines. And make it a 3rd down and 4 for North Central. The Indians now 2 of 4 in 3rd down conversions. Anderson. Good effort. And dives forward. Should be close to the first down. Mead really stacked up to the line of scrimmage that time, Rich, and Anderson did a good job to pick up that first down.
Yeah, he made someone miss in a hurry. An ability to make someone miss, a great trait in the tailback. Coming in right there from that corner spot, he allows Charlie Cohen to miss and then bounces out to the outside. Still doesn't have the first down done. Has to take a 2nd and 3rd effort to fall forward just across the sticks.
It is a first down for the Indians at the 22-yard line, trailing 28-6. This is McLaughlin. Upended, and there again, coming from the safety spot, Brad Welder to make the hit.
Now, you say on that last run by Anderson that maybe Cohen over-pursued, but that's what a wishbone does, Todd. When you're flying into the backfield, you're not really sure who's going to have the football. And Anderson was by Cohen before he realized he even had the ball.
Right. Now they've crashed the backer on one play, this time the free safety. Mead is daring North Central to throw the football right now, and the Indians have no inclination to do so until they're forced to. They're in a 2nd and 11 situation now. A little over 6 minutes to play here in the third quarter. This is Anderson. McLaughlin got in his way that time instead of going out blocking. Jeff Davis led the tackle. And Eric Anderson was just waiting for McLaughlin to go ahead, and this time McLaughlin should have just kept going.
It's tough. McLaughlin coming out looking for someone to hit. He's looking for someone coming from the inside just to seal off. And it wasn't so much as McLaughlin getting in the way, it was that outside corner containing. Good force on that outside corner. I believe that was Jeff Davis, the cornerback, who forced the play back inside. That's why he ran over McLaughlin.
He did his job to seal the corner, but after that, he just should have gone ahead and pulled a couple more steps. They might have really cracked it. McLaughlin carrying it now. Got by Cohen, but not by the second tackler. That was J.T. Solomon on the stop. Took me a second there for Mead, and it's going to bring up a 4th down for the Indians once again.
Get it to Anderson. Option outside. Give Haugen the choice to either keep it or get it outside the hands of Anderson. Look for him to come to the wide side.
Trying to fool everybody, and the Panthers just swarmed it over. David Cohen leading the way that time, along with his younger brother Charlie. And again, a great North Central drive, long clock time, lots of possession. They come up empty.
Jerry McCullough going to look up at the stats in tomorrow's paper and say we should have, boy, we were working well in this football game.
CV with a tie coming into tomorrow night against the Rogers Pirates. You'll see it next Thursday. Anderson at quarterback gives to Brandley. Matt Brandley will ramble for 15+ yards. They roll him down before the ball popped loose. A reminder, you're watching the Rainier Bank Game of the Week. GSL action on KAYU TV Spokane. Rich?
This is the big play that plagued the Indians in that first half. You know, you give a little bit of a delay there to Brandley. You expect him to pick up 5 yards, not 20 yards, and he rambles on. Now up to about 58 yards. Gain of about, what, 18, 20?
Ball's at the 34, and another first down for the Panthers. Bowles to the bottom of the screen, Brandon Holmes to the top. Anderson has it knocked loose. Kane on top of it, and the Indians force a turnover. Brian Kane recovers the football. Let's take a look at who made the hit for North Central, Rich.
Brian Kane, number 40, bottom of your screen. He gets in, gets to the quarterback before he makes the decision. No, actually,
Kane recovered the ball.
It's Chip Haugen. Haugen made the hit. Haugen from his defensive end spot forced Anderson to make a decision before he was ready to. He was trying to get the pitch off, but Haugen made the hit as he was making the pitch, and it fumbled the ball.
Timeout called by the Mead Panthers as they'll discuss things on defense after turning the football over. 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. 28-6, Mead on top.
Anything new about Bisquick?
Well, yes and no.
Same great homemade taste?
Yes.
Happy kitties?
Yes.
Happy families?
Yes.
Cholesterol?
No.
New Bisquick.
Now with no cholesterol.
Come on in for a meal with a real cheese appeal. It's Tuna Helper Cheesy Noodle. Noodles, real cheese in the sauce, and your tuna turn into a delicious meal.
Tuna Helper helps her make a great meal.
With real cheese appeal.
This, you know what I like.
You know what I like.
You're so tempting.
You know what I like.
You're the hottest, the freshest. You make me smile. So zip it to me. Zips, you know what I like.
Back at Albee Stadium, North Central gets the ball right back in good position at the 27-yard line after the turnover, and the Indians will try and tighten this game up a little bit. Anderson. Good job of stringing that play out by Charlie Cohen, Rich, before Jeff Davis came up with the tackle.
Yeah, Davis was battling Rich Pelkey on that far corner. Pelkey, the wide receiver, trying to stock block. And as you mentioned, without the threat of pass, that means corners aren't going to bite when a receiver just tries to run someone off. Usually if you're a receiver on a run play, you can head down the field out 10 yards and run your man off. But North Central, or Mead, looking to run all the way.
Some bad news for the Indians. Eric Anderson limped off the field after that play and is being attended to on the North Central sidelines. Greg Rogan will check into the lineup. Rogan back after straining knee ligaments the first week when we showed the Indians against North Central. He's back in the lineup now. This is McLaughlin, who will pick up a first down for the Indians. They really have dominated the inside part of the line, Rich. Shelby Lindsay on the stop. Let's take a look at the play again.
You can look at that front line of North Central. Schaefer, Hemmert, Peak, Nelson, and Hanson. Good surge by that offensive line. Peak, the center, doing a nice job.
Yeah, really a good trap block by Nelson as well to spring that one. And Rogan out there in front leading the way. First down at the 13-yard line. McLaughlin just short of the goal line. They'll rule him down inches away. Brought down by Ryan Petrick. Trying to take a look at Eric Anderson. They appear to be working on his ankle over on the NC sideline at about midfield. And we'll see if we can get a shot of that in a moment. But the Indians are close to putting it in the end zone. There is Eric Anderson. And an outstanding night for that young man. Junior, 175-pounder.
What makes the running game very effective, not only the surge by the offensive line, and again, a great surge by that offensive line, but North Central has backs that block very well. But Gibson, Anderson, and McLaughlin, all three can hit people. That helps out immeasurably. When you've got guys coming out of the backfield that can block someone, that picks your running game a lot.
Yep, now you got Rogan in there, a horse at 170 as well. First and goal, Haugen. No signal yet.
Oh, he's in.
Oh, of course he is. We're just waiting for the signal. Touchdown. Craig Haugen with his first score of the season. And North Central on the board. Only the second touchdown in the second half this season for the Indians.
Watch the center, James Peak, just going on. What does he have to do? Go in standing on his head, I mean, walking in on his hands. He was in early. Going right over James Peak and his guard, Jeff Nelson. Lets his center fire out. You see Nelson just try to cut the legs out from under Servatius, and Haugen in. They're going to go for two.
Right. Ladyman just 1 for 4 kicking this year, so the pass wide open. Can he make the grab? No.
Ooh.
They ruled him out of the end zone. Foot came down on the end line. Rick Pelkey trying to make the catch, and Haugen's pass floated a little bit too high, a little bit too deep, and the Indians unable to convert the two-point play.
Well, everyone looking runs. First time they've thrown the ball in a long, long time. Good play action. Let's watch. Let's watch. Pelkey, it's going to be a tough angle. There we go. Get the foot down? No. Good call. That right foot came down just across the line.
And if we get a chance to see it again, you'll see the reason why the pass floated. Maybe we'll get ready to tee the football up. We can re-cue it. Take a look at Craig Haugen, the North Central quarterback, as he gets set to throw this pass on the two-point conversion. Now, Pelkey is open, but watch Haugen under pressure. Instead of planting and throwing the ball, watch him throw off the back foot. Off balance, and he floated it, and as a result, Pelkey had to go drifting back and was unable to get the ball over the end line. So the Indians, again, unable to convert. Ladyman will kick off now. North Central trailing 28-12. Bouncing kick goes off of Welder. He'll take it on a hop at the 17, break a couple of tackles, and take it all the way out to the 35-yard line before he's nailed. Chip Haugen leading the way there for North Central, and again, a little bit of scuffling as the players unpile.
They have rolled the yardage up. I mean, the North Central Indians have really moved the football on the ground. That scoring drive after the turnover. A 1-yard run for Haugen. They're not out of this football game. They have 2:15 left in this third quarter. A lot of things can happen.
Glad to have you with us on the Rainier Bank Game of the Week. Want to welcome one of our new sponsors to GSL football this week, United Plumbing. Happy to have them aboard, helping to support one of Spokane's outstanding fall community activities, Greater Spokane League High School football. Matt Bramley with the ball for the Mead Panthers, picking his way well before finally being brought down. Brian Kane on the stop for North Central, along with Greg Rogan, and it'll be another first down for the Panthers. We've seen a couple of ground-gaining machines tonight, Rich.
Yeah, Anderson has run the football well. Ayler, Jason's had a big night. Brandley's moved the football. Matt, 76 yards, could approach 100.
That'll take him out over the 350 mark for the season.
He's averaging.
Again, Brandley missed some of the early games this year.
He's averaging almost 6 yards a carry now.
Ayler again making a tackler miss. Now will be hauled down just beyond the line of scrimmage.
He's not real big, Todd, 153 pounds, but that lateral movement, the ability to make that initial penetrator miss. If you can make that initial guy miss, obviously he wasn't picked up by your line, but that frees up another blocker. If that one guy makes penetration and misses, he's out of the play completely.
Chad Eagle made the stop for North Central in a reserve role now. Gain of 3 on the play for Ayler. So we'll call it 2nd and 7 at the NC 45-yard line inside the final minute of play here in the third quarter.
185 yards for Ayler now on the ground.
And he's got it again. Will be brought down nicely by Dave Dixon. Starting cornerback, a senior, 155-pounder, doing a good job of pursuit that time. Will cause a loss of yardage for Ayler. He'll back it up about a yard as you take a look at Jason Ayler. Jared Sen, Jeff Bearwald. Now Ayler, a sophomore, showing a lot of promise here in the 5th week of the season.
The future looks bright. They're a better football team than 1-2-1 would indicate.
They've got momentum going the right way. Of course, playing prep in your opener is always tough. Anderson. The air.
Each week there's new information. A new opponent can mean an entirely new strategy, new defensive looks, new variations on old plays. And Insider will bring you the exclusive latest word from Seahawks headquarters.
Hi, I'm Lou Gellis. On the next edition of Seahawks Insider, the Cleveland Browns. They began
Nights of television. Remember back in '74, CBS brought us a Saturday night with All in the Family, MASH, Mary Tyler Moore, Newhart, and Carol Burnett. Remember Thursday in '85 with NBC's Cosby, Family Ties, Cheers, Night Court, and Hill Street Blues. But in '88, who'd have thought the best night for television would be found in a brand new place? About it from the critics and your friends. Now, experience it for yourself. Fox Sunday night.
The start of the 4th quarter of play at Albee Stadium. Mead leading North Central by a score of 28-12 tomorrow night here at Albee Stadium. Rogers takes on Central Valley University against Lewis and Clark. Tonight's earlier game again, Gonzaga Prep over Ferris, 41-0. 4th down for Mead. As they fake trying to draw North Central, they'll go into punt formation now. Hansen, the punter. will boot it away from Rogan, the deep man. He waves fair catch at it, but the Panthers will have this one covered well and will down it inside the 10-yard line as Jeff Davis is there to put it down at that point at the 8 for Mead. So good coverage by the Mead punt team. And let's look at some of the stats from quarter number 3. And Rich, they're very balanced. North Central, look at that, 289 yards rushing. They have to be overjoyed with that ground output tonight.
But look at the bagel. The bagel up there, nothing in the air.
I don't think that concerns them too much right now. They're moving the ball so well.
Yeah.
They were only averaging 121 yards a game rushing coming into tonight. 289 against a Mead defensive unit that is actually doing pretty well. Take out the stats against Prep, and they were only giving up 114 yards a game rushing. Even with Preps in, it's only 148. So NC has done a good job. We have a flag on the play for an illegal use of hands against North Central on the rushing play on first down. So the Indians will be back up even further into a corner.
One thing you can't afford to do when you have that ball control attack is turnovers. They drive length of the field and turn it over. If you can hit quickly, you can afford a turnover or two because you get right back in the football game. But when you drive length of the field then turn it over, that takes a lot out of your football team.
Half the distance penalty marked off by the officials. They'll spot the ball at the 7-yard line. So it'll be a first down and 11 from the 7. So a 1-yard penalty officially for you statistics buffs. Anderson, another smack in the backfield.
Brad Welter, the strong safety, coming up for another big hit, Todd.
Mark Samuel assisting as well as McLaughlin carried the ball that time for the Indians. You take a look, Anderson's still there on the bench, and also Rick Pelkey being looked at. The Indians with thin numbers. It's amazing to look at the difference with the reserves on the sidelines between the North Central sideline and the Mead sideline. Just sheer numbers favoring the Panthers. A lot of fresh bodies they can run in as a result. Haugen keeping. Gets it out over the 10-yard line. J.T. Solomon on the stop along with Ryan Petrick.
Oh, you may see some of the Shriners come down here and suit up.
There's a look at the injured players being attended to. And you see some of the North Central reserves further along the way. And now look over at the Mead sidelines. And you can see a forest of players in blue suited up and eager to get into the contest.
Yep.
It's about a 3-to-1 ratio, as there are probably only about 15 to 20 players maybe on the NC sideline. The officials taking a timeout momentarily while there's an equipment adjustment on the field. Panthers attending to teammate J.T. Solomon. You can see the Mead huddle there.
He can alter mighty rivers, leap over tall buildings, and still make it to class on time. He's Superboy. He premieres Sunday on Fox 28. And you'll see Superboy lead his Gonzaga Prep Bull Pup. No, he doesn't play. It seems that way, though, huh?
Wide open is McLaughlin. Good downfield block by a persistent wide receiver before finally Sean Duco comes up to make the stop.
Superboy on Sunday.
Going to be a great show. You know, it's produced by the Salkins, the people who did the Superman movies. So all the special effects and creative touches that you expected with Christopher Reeve, now with Superboy. Back in college, back in school. Imagine you're 19 and you can fly. That's a heck of a way to impress a date, as a matter of fact. But
yeah, I like the X-ray vision.
I don't think they'll call that into play on dates too often.
Well, I didn't mean on dates, though,
okay.
but I mean, you know.
McLaughlin, the ball carrier, yeah, he's got the full 9 yards, including the problems with kryptonite. You see some of the Panthers there. As I said, they're lined up. They got the helmets on, the chin straps buckled down. They're ready to jump into the ball game at a moment's notice right now. Second down 6 for the Indians at the 36-yard line. Gibson stacked up by the middle of the Mead defensive line. Servadius and Schaff on the stop for the Panthers. Got some help from Corey Peterson as well, the weak tackle. There's a look at Mike McLaughlin. His Panthers on top 28-12 with 9 minutes to play here in the ball game.
7th year with the Mead Panthers. 32-18-2 overall. Looking to go 2-2-1 with a win tonight.
3rd down, 5 for the Indians at their own 37. Big play if they want to keep a drive alive and try to get back into the ball game. Good grab by McLaughlin of the pitch, but he won't come up with the first down, as Sean Duco, along with Shelby Lindsay, leading the tacklers for Mead. David Cohen also there from the middle linebacker spot. Took a little bit of sticky fingers by McLaughlin to hang on to that one that time.
They may go for this.
Haugen looking over to Jerry McCullough, and now timeout called by the Indians with 8 minutes and 14 seconds showing on the clock. They'll discuss this one, a big 4th down play for them. North Central trailing Mead by a score of 28-12. Back to show the Indians' 4th down play after this timeout.
You've decorated the rest of your home. Now it's time to decorate your plumbing with United Plumbing and Moen. Moen has distinctive styles in faucets and accessories for your kitchen or bath, and comes in a variety of colors and finishes with Moen's famous reliability. You can have your new Moen faucet installed with the help of United Plumbing, offering 24-hour service calls, commercial and residential service, and remodeling. For the complete line of Moen faucets and accessories, call United Plumbing at 922-5000.
On Magnum, the Kona winds effect an eerie change on Thomas.
You found me. Nothing else matters.
It's seduction.
My husband's going to kill me. Nobody ever crosses Sam. Nobody ever outsmarts him.
That leads to robbery, adultery, and deceit.
Thomas, you must kill him. It's our only chance.
He doesn't have it in him. Murder for Lust on Magnum.
Friday at 6 on Fox 28.
Thursday night football on Fox 28. Mead Panthers taking on the North Central Indians. Don't forget Cougar Football 88 Saturday mornings at 10:30 this Saturday. Dennis Erickson will discuss the plans for the California Golden Bears. 10:30 here on Fox 28. 4th and 4 for North Central. Haugen looking to throw. Pelkey, first down. Inside the 30 before he's brought down by Jeff Davis. A flag on the play. Look for more yards for the Indians. And, Rich, they've been daring North Central to throw all night long, and Craig Haugen on a big 4th down play came up with it.
This looked like the play that misfired on the extra point, Todd, the one that was a little far out of the end zone. This time, again, play action. Pelkey getting by that cornerback, and a nice throw by Haugen. There it is. Same play. The play action. Let's see if he plants this time. He does. And he puts it right on the money.
Look how much tighter a spiral, and a great pass it is. Hits Pelkey in stride with a 34-yard gain. Tack on 15 more for a face mask.
Let's look
and
for
the
it.
Indians have it at the 19-yard line.
Ooh, I don't know about 15 yards. Didn't look like he had too much of a grab on it. Jeff Davis on the tackle.
Remember, there is no 5 or 15 in high school ball. Once it's face mask, it's 15 yards.
Face mask is a face mask. Huh?
Yep.
Good thing.
So NC with a chance to drive. McLaughlin carrying the ball. Brad Welter leading the tacklers once again for the Panthers as they unpile. Charlie Cohen also there. North Central with a man a little bit slow to get up. Jeff Nelson, the right guard, slowly getting back to his feet as you see the Indians sidelines, and they're up and alert and chipper once again. 7.5 minutes still to play here in the 4th quarter, and North Central has pretty much been dominating play here in recent minutes.
They're over 300 yards on the game, total offense. Those are their first passing yards. And that offensive line is doing a great job tonight, Todd.
Doing a fine job. Best effort by far this year for the Indians. McLaughlin spun down by Jeff Davis. Gain of 6 on the play. They'll spot it at the 11.
McLaughlin zigged when I think he should have zagged to the outside that time. Good tackle by Davis. He's a very active corner.
It's going to be a 3rd down and a long 2 here for the Indians. Nelson to the bottom of your screen, split left. Haugen. McLaughlin got a little hasty. Haugen dove over the 5-yard line. McLaughlin signaled touchdown. He kind of had his lines confused a little bit there. Haugen will be short of the 1st down.
Indians now have 2 backs over 100 yards. Anderson well over 100, and now McLaughlin with 102 yards on 20 carries.
A look at Jerry McCullough and the North Central staff. 4th down play for the Indians again. They brought the play in, will not call a timeout this time. Wise decision. They may need him a little bit later down the stretch. 4th and 1 at the 5. It's a short one. McLaughlin going to be very close. David Cohen, Brad Welder on the tackle. 1st down for North Central.
That was Welter again coming up from his safety spot, and he put a good hit. That was a tough earned 1st down. They didn't need much, like you mentioned at the start of the play. They didn't get much, but they got enough. And it'd be a big boost to this Indian team to put it in the end zone right now.
1st and goal, North Central. Coming into tonight, the Indians had scored just 2 points in the 4th quarter all season. McLaughlin. Extra effort, won't make it. Inches short on forward progress. They'll spot him less than a foot away from the goal line.
You'll see McLaughlin fighting for the end zone. Watch 49 Brad Welter come out at the very end of this play. Good job of stringing it out there. Jason Ayler getting in on a little defense. Watch 49 come in. He looks like maybe he's got a shot. Boom. Good hit by Welter. He's been filling all night long.
And someone on the Mead defensive unit said something, because the Panthers have